All right, man. I'm really, really excited to have the one and only Director X on this show. Like, I feel like there's certain people who, because I've known you for a while, or like we have a relationship, I forget like are legends, like genuinely like real life legends, where it's like where it's like like you can't tell a story of hip hop without mentioning your name. Like I was looking through and just some of the like the videos that you've done are insane that like I've forgotten. So anyway, like just thank you for joining.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. I've been in it for a minute, baby.
You bro, but it's weird. Like I was looking at the wiki, like before this, I was
I'm
looking
gonna
at the
do,
list. I'm like, yo,
I'm
like
gonna do a little sake while we talk. Just a
oh
little
yeah, all
sake.
good, all good, all good. Like 34, 35, banned from TV, body party caught. I'm like, yo, are some of these like, because sometimes you can't trust everything on Wikipedia. I'm like all of these, and these are just like the ones that I'm like, okay,
The ones that are on, yeah, that list isn't fully.
like danger. Like I don't think you understand. Like I think danger and shake it fast, like legitimately accelerated some people's puberty. Like I genuinely think like
Without a doubt.
like
Bro, when I look back I was like 24, but hundreds of thousands of dollars before the inflation, and like in hip hop, I just gone full like beautiful women all the time. No, bro, it was a problem back in the day. Like they're
oh
literally doing
like
shows about like what's going on with hip hop and all the like. It was a whole thing. It was a
bro,
whole thing.
I remember like growing up because I'd watch BET, watch 106 in Park, and like Danger and Shake It Fast, like those it did
Danger should
things
not
to
have
me.
been. Danger shouldn't have been. Danger should not have been on Prime. Like that was irresponsible of everybody.
I'm like, yeah, what's this tingling feeling? What's this tingling sensation, bro? Like, wait,
No,
what's going on?
Danger is definitely late night content. We had that
That
shit on after school.
dog, y'all had that on at 4 p.m., bro. Y'all had that on
High
at four
rotation.
thirty.
High
Like,
rotation, bro.
oh my, that's
Uncalled for.
insane.
Like I said,
Like,
I'm 24. Like, bro.
okay, like I mean, even, like I'll be that. I'm still in love with you, King Kunta, no lie. Same girl, Toya Thong song. Cisco, I remember this is
Song remix.
oh remix. Okay, the remix.
The apology for the fact that there was no ass in the thong song video. They spent $1 million in $1 million apology.
Oh
That was
wow.
yeah, that was
Well,
insane.
well, also, what's my name? DMX, right? Like that. I mean,
Yeah, bro.
worst behavior. Yeah, I mean, it started from the bottom. From
I tell you,
like,
that DMX video was actually the video where I realized you can't you can't do anything. I made a so DMX. What's my name? There's two parts to that video, right? So I'd become so accustomed to the record label saying we want girls and we want it to be we like hot, bright and we like it warm and we like it this and we like it that. So there's the video with DMX with the red outfit and it's just a bunch of people, right? And the lights are really bright and just there's no style to it because
yeah,
I wanted to I was actively saying that we needs to this is what the label wants. And then that day fucking became a big fucking mess. Even the people I was hiring, just listening to all these people, and you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
Then we had half a shoot day with DMX, and that's all the footage with the red and the blue and the green lights, and everyone's wearing Rough Rider
Oh,
shirts, and it got this fucking crazy energy. So I had the horrible day, and I'm like, yo, fuck everybody. Fuck you executives who told me this. Fuck the record company saying they want. I want fuck everybody. I want to do this. Put them in t-shirts. That's what clicked, and ever since then, that it changed my life. It changed my
hmm.
life. The disaster of day one, and the
Well,
the, the epiphany of day two.
well. The crazy thing is, these are just the ones that you directed, right? This doesn't even include like all the stuff you did with Hype, right? Where it's like I know like you did some stuff with Aaliyah. Like, I mean, this doesn't even include all of that.
Yeah,
And
the,
I
the,
know
the list is not like the true list.
yeah, and then also like you obviously like Karina directed a few, but I think that was under Fella, right? Like you and Taj's company, so that doesn't even include some of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
things that.
Karina's part of. She's a partner in Fella. Like we're, you know what I
Oh
mean.
right, okay, yeah, yeah. That was I mean I remember when in LA when that. Okay, so first thing I want to do, I want to go through. I picked out it's not a complete list, but your 50 dopest videos to me. And I want you just what a quick memory from each of them. It's like a quick memory anecdote, and then after that, I want to go into like how you even because you were the light skinned dude from Toronto before Drake, right? This is all before. Like I've always, being around you guys, being around a lot of the, you and some of the other guys from Toronto, like I always hear about how back then everyone wanted to pretend they were from New York, like talking a New York accent. Like nobody really like the idea of making it crossing over to America.
At the beginning, I was the only dude from Toronto. Then Cardinal showed up.
Right. And then obviously Drake came through and then kicked the door down. Then you got The Weeknd, you got Bieber too. I guess Bieber's before Drake.
Bieber's not Toronto. He's from
it's rap and that's Atlanta.
Stratford. But at the same time, everyone loves the kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not like real Toronto.
Yeah, it's not Scarborough. It's not Scarborough.
It's not. Like Toronto. There's Toronto, and then there's the GTA. Like Toronto's a big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I want to get into that. But first, let's look at these 50 real quick. Just like a quick anecdote or a stray. So one thing you remember from 34, 35.
34. What's 34, 35? That's the
Ariana
Grande.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande. What I remember one like her idea. She just sent me a bunch of like I like robots. I like polka dots. I like, like forming an idea out of that and it being so campy and fun. And I'd say her actually. The memory is her, how on it she is. I've noticed in general, the most on it male artists, like Drake is on it, like LL Cool J is on it, right? They're not on it like the females. Nicki is on it. Sierra is on it. Ariana is on it. Iggy is on. Every woman that has managed to navigate the system, especially the music world, where the flex is so simple. Come to the studio and make some music, and now you're in a room alone with some motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like from your early days, navigating the bullshit and then the sexual bullshit.
Yeah.
Builds a level. I mean, Christina Aguilera, every one of them, the ones that are on an equal level, like in the realm of superstardom with the males, have to be levels above. And Ariana's like that.
Right. Also, it's gonna be 51 because I remember that list doesn't include Pop Star, which I was like, yo, I know you directed Pop Star. Like I just looked, I was like, yo, I know you definitely did Pop Star. All right, so
Pop Star.
Yeah, okay, banned from TV, which, by the way, you gotta be the only person who could direct an Ariana Grande music video and a Noriega, like gritty, like, like Capone and Noriega video. Like, who else is, I mean, who's even, I mean, I guess I listen to Ariana and I listen to Capone and Noriega, but who can direct an Ariana video and a Capone and Noriega video?
I mean,
so what was,
banned from TV, I remember that we completely underexposed everything and fucked up the video.
Oh man,
that's what I remember.
What are you shooting these things on? I mean, I'm not the most technical guy, but obviously
that's when you had. Okay, so I'm gonna talk a little. You had 400 ASA. So back in those days, I don't remember like the early days of like cell phone cameras. If you at nighttime, if you pointed it at the corner of the street, you saw the street light, and maybe you saw the light. You know what I'm saying? Everything else was black.
Well, not to cut you off, but it's so like if you even just looking at pictures from like 5-10 years or even 10 years ago, right? Like Facebook pictures, you're like, yo, like you can't see any, like how quickly cameras.
Right. So, it's a very so being a photographer 20 years ago was not have a camera pointed and shoot. You had to know what the fuck you're doing. You had to load the film. You had to understand the film stock. You had to. There was a real science to this thing, and again, we're all young and learning, and we fucked it up. I decided I was going to do it dark and gritty, and it was dark and gritty, baby. It was dark and gritty.
Well, and that's also the night. I mean, I remember I feel like every 2 or 3 years, I'll fall into a rabbit hole of just watching 90s videos that had like movie budgets. Like you talk about like Been Around the World, right? Like what Puffy and Mace were doing. You're talking about. I mean, some of those videos probably had $5 million budgets, maybe.
No.
Or maybe three. What like? Okay, what do you say? Like two?
A big budget video back then, right? $500,000, $700,000, $1 million.
Really?
Right.
Okay,
Those are big. because also the money was different back then. I don't know if I'm, but like down low, R. Kelly down low was around 500 to 700, and they shot for days. So now 500 to 700, depending on the artist, is a 2-day shoot.
I see.
Maybe.
Okay, well, so what about?
You know what
I feel like some of those like, and maybe and I'm glad to have a real expert, but like those like been around the world and like Mo Money, some of those like big epic puffy
those are
type
big,
of bad boy.
Again, money was different then. So if you did the inflation, it's definitely over.
Oh
$1 million
yeah,
now.
That's
but like 500, 700, 1 million. The bit around the world was maybe 700,000. You know what I'm saying? I didn't work on that, but I just know how I know the money they're spending, what things cost. So for 700 grand back in the day, you're doing a big thing. Like the most
inflation.
Video, I think Michael Jackson spent $5 million on Scream.
Oh wow. Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking of.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but still, this is still, be clear, $1 million for 2 days. Like, we spend a lot of money in TV and movies, but we're not spending $1 million over 2 days. So you are definitely spending feature film money.
Right. And it looked,
concentrated. You know what I'm saying?
And it looked. I mean, some of those videos looked like Body Party. Another video that's. I mean, that was a little bit later in my life, but another video that probably, accelerated a little bit of puberty for some people.
I think Body Party probably accelerated your "I need to get grown and sexy." You know what I'm saying? Where you know what I mean? Future dressed up and Sierra doing the dance, and there's a beautiful hotel suite, and you know what I'm saying? Like it was things were starting to get a little more grown up with Body Party.
But, and any memory from that?
Sierra, on it. Future, Future in his only public relationship.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Like, you're my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they're just it was one, and it's just one that connected for whatever that it just connected, boy.
Well, Sierra. You have Sierra like kind of like, I guess not her prime, like not her peak. Like I was like 1 2 Step and Goodies was like Sierra's crazy peak, but you have Sierra at like her second peak, and then you have like Future before he was kind of as big as he was.
Yeah, it was a moment. It was a moment. It was sexy. It was hip hop. It was strangely romantic.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't like cornball romantic, but it had like, it had something to it. Like you could tell you could tell there's love.
Yeah, and I'm also looking. It was produced by Mike Will Made It, so that Mike Will that was kind
very
of
Atlanta affair.
Yeah. All right. So, Caught Up, another Atlanta affair, I guess, right? Usher.
Caught Up was part of a larger project, and it will always be to me one of the missed opportunities of the music industry. So the record label wanted a video for Caught Up. Usher wanted to make a movie. So we made something called Rhythm City. So Caught Up is part 3 of a full-on narrative. That's why this shit doesn't quite make sense. You're watching like, why is he beating people up? And who's this girl? And why is there a guy kidnapped? What the fuck is going on? Why are they fighting in an alley? Right?
That's really, I mean, that's something we can get into maybe a little later, because I know that, like, I remember one night we were like at this house in Beverly Hills, and me and you and a couple of my friends, Angel and Dren, shout out to them, these DJs from Harlem or from the Bronx, but they watched a couple of videos. Like, there are a lot of videos that never make it to be seen, like there's
they
some
sold
that...
the DVD, but they never promoted it. So it exists. It's not like it's a canned thing. It existed, but they never said Usher made a fucking 3-part. Like, it was 4. There was 3 records, 4. Like, we did the opening credits, so 4 songs, and we made a movie. Like, it's a proper narrative. But the label only wanted Caught Up, so they never really promoted the other ones.
It's always the label. All right. Churches
a lack of vision is a big deal with these record labels. I'll say that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also who's in the room, right? Like, who's making these decisions. Churches La Ghost. Ghostface is one of my favorite rappers. Like, I think he's just, like, Supreme Clientele. I mean, this wasn't on Supreme Clientele. Actually, this was on Supreme. Wait, I think this was on Supreme Clientele. Supreme Clientele is one of my favorite albums.
The Shay Shay La Ghost. The big one for Shay Shay La Ghost is I actually wrote a whole other treatment about Ghostface rescuing a kidnapped girl. He was like a private detective, and he like rescues this kid. And I just changed the concept. So the madness of music videos back then. I called Ghost from the set of Big Pimpin', and
Oh, well, I gotta throw that in there. 'Cause, I mean, that's
yeah.
hype, but that's
So
you
I'm in
really too.
Miami shooting the Miami portion of Big Pimpin' with Hype. I'm doing second unit, and I call Ghost and say I'm changing the idea. We're gonna do a hotel party.
And what's Ghost like?
He was down. He's down to do it. But it
That's
was
what's
a
up.
bag. It was a bag of madness. But like I said, no contract. We didn't. Hey, record label, we're doing no. We just
And did you shoot that in New York or where?
we shot that in New York. Like
Uh,
technically, we could have been sued for that
oh wow. Oh, because it was
because
not what they were.
your treatment is a contract.
Oh,
The treatment is you're saying I'm going to make this for you, and then we made
well,
something completely different.
well. Also, I'm sure when you're Director X, you maybe have a little more wiggle room or trust. All right, so Big Pimpin'.
No,
I guess
the
that's
industry was just young and no one gave. We're just the music industry of all the big money industries. I don't think there's anything as wild and as reckless and as fucking seat of your pants ish as the music industry.
that makes sense. All right, Big Pimpin'. So I think Pimpin' was technically hype, but I mean, you obviously worked on that. What was your position? Were
Sorry.
you?
Okay, I'll tell you. The thing about Big Pimpin' wasn't about shooting it; it's how Big Pimpin' happened. I'm Trini. I'm half Trini. My mother's a Trinidadian, and it goes back to Hype. So Hype is also a seat of your pants, like just shit you shouldn't do as a businessman. So for Christmas, he decides to buy everyone like crazy gifts. So for me, my gift is like an airplane ticket. I think to anywhere, but maybe Trinidad. Either way, my Christmas as an intern, I was like, or a storyboard, like I was just barely a director. Hype
Mm,
says, "Here's your Christmas gift, an airplane ticket."
nice guy.
So yeah. Like maybe not the most financially prudent decision as a boss. So I go to Trinidad for New Year's to see my family. And my cousin at the time was married to Chinese laundry. For West Indians and Trini people, they know what I'm talking about.
All right.
So Chinese laundry takes me out. In China, he's the man. He's the man out there. You understand?
Yeah.
So we go to a party, and it's the craziest party I've ever been to. And I actually walk out the party and call Hype and say, "Bro, I'm in Trinidad at the craziest party I've ever been in my life. I don't know if you understand what's happening here." And like 2 2s, the treatment for Big Pimpin' comes in, and we're going to Trinidad for Carnival.
And also, so I read this book called like about Pimp C, written by Julia Beverly, and she said Pimp C was scared of flying, so he wouldn't fly. I think to Trinidad, some sort of thing where he was scared. So I think he drove to the Miami scene.
I shot Pimp C's part. I did direct that part of the video.
Oh, what was that? So if you remember when I was living in, when I had the G Wagon in LA, my license plate said UGK. And I originally wanted to say RIP Pimp C, but I couldn't put pimp on the license plate because of California, whatever. It's lewd to lascivious. Because I was like, I read this book and it had all these stories about Pimp C. And I remember there was a story that said, someone's like, yo, Pimp C, it's 80 degrees in Miami. He's like, yo, TV ain't got no temperature. You know, because he's wearing like a mink coat.
In Miami.
Yeah. So what was working with Pimp like?
I mean, bro, it's very simple as far as shit. Like, we're doing this, we're doing that. But yeah, he was definitely on his shit. But I shot that. That was me.
Okay,
that was me in Steadicam.
And Gloria Velez, I think, was in that video, right? Yeah, she's a legend. You worked with all the legends, Melissa Ford, Gloria Velez.
I discovered some of them.
I'm sure. Well, I don't. Anytime I'm on Instagram, I see somebody who's just like, I always joke that like, if you have a girl, she can't be mad at you because you follow like a bunch of baddies because that's like your job, you know, as a music video director. Like you have to I'll go to somebody's page like Director X followed by Director X. I'm like, all right, this makes sense. All right.
I had to like at the beginning, I followed everybody, whether you followed me or not. But now I don't. I have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't be following just every pretty girl that exists. You know what I'm saying? So
It's
if I'm following her, there's a relationship, a mutual fellowship going on.
Of
but
course.
I couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. All right, let's see. So Churches La Ghost. Oh, I mean, Clarity. I think that's John Mayer, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, John Mayer is obviously like a legend himself too. What was that like?
The heartbreaking part of Clarity in the treatment, there's a part where he goes to a party and it's all black people, and we actually had the party ready to go and we didn't shoot it, and it is one of my life regrets.
What? Just the timing, or budget,
and whatever. We made a bad decision. There's a life regret not shooting that scene.
Oh man! All right.
Imagine that video, and John Mayer walks into a party and it's all black people, and he's partying with it. He's the only white person in the room. That was in the treatment. We had all the people ready to go, and we didn't shoot it. Like if I had a time machine, I would shoot that scene. I would change. I wouldn't kill baby Hitler. I wouldn't. Whatever natural disaster you can think of, I would choose shooting the John Mayer black people party scene.
That's like me with the Rockets 2018 champion Western Conference Finals. I'm like, I would make sure Chris Paul doesn't get hurt. The Rockets are up 3-2 against the Warriors, and the Rockets win. That's like I wouldn't make the person not eat the bat for COVID. Like, I'm sorry, I wouldn't need that win.
That natural disaster was meant to happen. That made you stronger. But
exactly.
John Mayer and the black people party.
All right, let's. Danger. I mean, Danger. I mean, that is like. I mean, like it would be impossible to pick a Mount Rushmore of your video, or even just your videos. But Danger has to. I mean, that's in the desert, right? Like that's like. Nivea.
As far as full on young, youthful music industry irresponsibility, Danger. Shooting that video, coming up with that idea, shooting that video, releasing it to the world, playing it after school is probably the height of what the fuck are y'all doing,
bro? Like it is like, and I think one thing that a lot of videos don't have is like a narrative, right? Like you go to I went to the Drake's show in the Apollo recently, and I really appreciate it because it had like they rebuilt his childhood bedroom. There was like a set, there's like a production, and I feel like a lot of videos nowadays, like people just with money and car, but Mystical, that video, and even also Shake It Fast, they had like concepts, right? Like you had like full, there's like a narrative, and and not to hate, because I understand like budget, not everybody can afford Director X, and so I don't blame people if they just are in the hood with money and cars. Like that's also a video, but that's one thing that I really do love about some of these videos, that like there's a sense of like, especially these Mystical ones.
Yeah, bro. Look, again, we were back in those days. These weren't videos for the internet. These were music videos for television. So
that's true. Totally changed the paradigm.
Channel, you were like, am I going to watch CNN?
Any specific memory really quick from that one?
NBC. Like we were competing against television. The responsibility.
Not TikTok. Not TikTok. Not competing against TikTok.
No. A bunch of other motherfuckers spending $1 million with the cameras and the lights and the things and the actors and the writers and it's serious business.
That's such a good way to put it, because I remember, you come home, it's like, am I going to watch 106 in Park? Am I going to watch, Disney Channel? I'm going to watch, am I going to watch, that's so true. I never really thought about it like that. I guess any quick specific memory from Danger? I think, is Melissa Ford in that? I think she is. I don't know.
Melissa, I don't think Melissa's not in that one. Melissa's in Shake It Fast. I do remember Superhead being on set, and
that's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of.
Making the executive decision to do the titty pasties.
The pasties. Yeah, like I kid you not. I'm not like, I looked at the year this was released. Like I'm not joking when I say this. Like I was
no
young,
clear.
And
there's a world. It happened. 4:00 in the afternoon, you come home from school. There's a girl with star stickers on her titties dancing to a rap video.
And I'm just like, wait, what's going on?
Watch yourself.
And you're 9 years old. You're 10 years old. I'm not you, but like me, really, 9 years old. I'm like, well, what am I feeling?
Okay.
What?
Here's a memory for you. So I'm in a basement. I'm in Brampton, okay, part of Toronto, the GTA of Toronto, Greater Toronto area. I'm in Brampton, my hometown. I'm in the projects in the basement of some housing development. My friends baby mother's sister's kid. I'm sitting there, we're talking, and this little girl, single digit little girl, maybe, I don't know, 9, 8, young, comes up to me, leans on my leg, and says, "Danger."
You canceled the
I
cable
know,
that day?
you understand, Bridget? No. Completely irresponsible. This child knows this video, knows this song, and knows that I'm the one that is connected to the whole thing, and go, "Danger." What?
Yeah, Danger is crazy. All right.
No, it's fucked up, bro. Like,
Okay.
I felt a pang of guilt right there.
Yeah. All right. So Dice Pineapples.
No,
I
but
mean,
I need you to take this in. That's
it,
planetary, bro. That's planetary, bro. That's planetary. It's not like only my city had to deal with that. The planet Earth. That was a worldwide hit.
well, that was a BET Uncut video that was playing at 4 p.m. Right? It should have been playing at 2 a.m.
Around the world.
Yeah. No. I mean that video was crazy. That was a
Little girls
smash.
around the world were being exposed to true adult sexual interactions.
Yeah. That song was insane. The video was just insane. All right. So Dice Pineapples. Obviously, I mean that's another. I mean, it's crazy that Drake's verse.
That's when I was a little more grown.
Yeah. Any what was that like? I mean, was Drake in the video? Because I know his verse didn't
Drake's
make it.
Video.
Okay.
You know what I remember about Diced Pineapples? Breakfast. So when you're working on a crew, we need you there. We need to work. We got a full day of work to go, so we give you food. We're going to give you breakfast. We're going to give you lunch. If we go too late, we'll give you pizza. We're going to give you snacks. We essentially bring a convenience store to set, and we set it up. Craft service.
Yep.
So
shout out Crafty.
Shout out Crafty. Get the set. Where's breakfast? Not here. Where's breakfast? Not here. Then my producer says, they're just not coming. What do you mean they're not coming? They said we should come to them. We're in
Miami.
Bro. We're in the West. We're in the West Indies. You know how this works. Nah,
okay.
man. Yeah, Bridget. I'm not doing all that. I'm not coming to you, bro. I'm not doing that. You come to me.
So did y'all went to them?
What? Huh?
Did y'all go to?
No. We had to figure. There's no scenario in the world where we're taking the crew to breakfast.
I was about to say.
This is not how this works.
Well, I meant somebody picked it up or something.
The idea that bro, it's just
crazy.
West Indian beauty. It's the beauty of the West Indies. We're like, I'm not.
Yeah,
I know
insane.
You hired me to be there. Well, guess what?
Yeah, about that. So, okay, EI. That's another song that it's not a video. It's not danger level.
But be clear. At the end of the video, they go to an orgy.
Hey,
if you want to really kind of wrap up what happens, at the end of the video, they go to an orgy.
That looked like a fun video to shoot. That looked like it was a fun video to shoot.
It was a great time. I mean, it's not an orgy because everyone had their clothes on, but it's an orgy. But at the same time, I bet you Nelly, when he made EI, him and his boys were having some great parties.
Well, I also feel like, for sure. I think that's another song where it's like there's a concept to it. Like I keep coming back, like you know.
Okay, let's be clear. The concept is we're going to go to a bunch of parties.
That's true.
And the last one is just some girls invite us to an orgy. So
that's true. There's a little bit of narrative to that, though. A little bit. All right. Oh, excuse me, Miss Jay-Z. I mean, working with Jay-Z, what's that like? That's also the height, sort of he's had a crazy, but that's some of the height of his powers.
Yeah, that's when Jay-Z and the music industry, like that's when Jay-Z was really, the music was the music, right?
Yeah.
Pharrell. That's just a very different time.
Just on his grown sort of status too a little bit. Like that's when he started entering a little bit of it.
Yeah, he's literally wearing a suit. He just goes to a suit.
Exactly.
He goes to a dress-up party. I remember Jay-Z calling me afterwards saying, you didn't mess it up.
That's high praise.
High praise. Hey, X, you didn't mess it up.
Was that a 2-day, 1 day, or what?
2 day. The
Okay.
director of photography of Excuse Me Miss went on to win the life. He won the Oscar for uh cinematography for The Life of Pi. He's the
Oh wow.
DP. Yeah, he's the director of photography for Top Gun Maverick. Claudio
Oh,
Miranda.
oh wow. That's incredible. What's his name?
Claudio Miranda.
That's incredible. Okay,
So
Fiesta. I mean that.
On Claudio's resume is Top Gun Maverick, Academy Award winning Life of Pi, Jay-Z, Excuse Me Miss.
Hey, exactly. Um. I'm guessing Fiesta, that was the remix, right? Because the original doesn't have. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a crazy song, fire song too. Where'd y'all shoot that?
We shot that in Florida, and that park actually, after a hurricane, really got fucking damaged.
Oh man,
Really got damaged.
any like memories from that one?
No, because I don't know how much trouble you can get in fucking talking about R. Kelly. So
Okay, that's fair. Um, what's it called? Get Busy. Yeah, I mean, that was a crazy run. Like Sean Paul. I don't know, you're Trini. What's his? He's West Indies too.
he's Jamaican.
Okay, yeah, Jamaican. So what was that? Yeah, Get Busy and Give Me the Light.
Give Me the Light. Give Me the Light was the beginning of this whole thing. Give Me the Light was really, it talks about Toronto. All the West Indian community in Toronto came together. Toronto had played a big part in that West Indian explosion. Get Busy was also in Toronto, and that was taking on an artistic level, taking your experiences in life and putting them out honestly, just for expression, and what it was like being a West Indian in a place like Toronto. And they actually do the Vice just did a thing about called the story of Get Busy. And
I heard about that.
What that was, what that meant.
I mean, that was a crazy moment. A crazy moment. I just remember, like, you come. I would watch BET, and Sean Paul's got like 3 of the top 10 videos, right?
Yeah,
like he was going crazy. So Get Busy. Oh,
that
Hot
was our music video thing. Like the like it's undeniable. Give Me the Light in New York City was on the radio in high rotation already. You feel me?
Right.
And it wasn't until the video came out that it hit the world. The right video for the right record could change everything. And it changed culture. Sean Paul is still on fucking remixes with the biggest stars in the world. Like, he's still doing records with Bad Bunny and SZA. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's the last true reggae superstar. And part of that is, well, not even part of that, the key moment to Sean Paul being a name is Give Me the Light. And a key of that is Me and My City, Toronto.
Was that? Oh, you shot that? You shot that there?
I shot in Toronto.
Oh,
so the key moment for Give Me the Light is Toronto. Don't forget me. Toronto. Yeah. And what that means as a culture. Everything that city means. That mix of West Indian and, you know what I'm saying? And all these other cultures, the American and outside of Canada. And all this shit comes together with a Jamaican and creates a worldwide cultural movement.
And he was literally. I mean, I guess music is obviously like a young people's thing, but he was pretty young back then too. Like he was really.
We're all young. I was 20 something.
Yeah,
those are all kids. So here's one. This is what I remember. So for Give Me the Light, one of the dancers in Give Me the Light, his name is Riddler. His dance crew is called Dainty Crime. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there's a scene in Work, Rihanna. So Dainty Crime, all them guys, I put them in a gazillion videos. I put them in Pawn the Replay. Riddler's right up front in Pawn the Replay. In Work, there's a scene where Rihanna dances up to a guy, and a guy kind of dances with Rihanna, and they dance together. That's Riddler. Riddler is in Rihanna's first video. You understand?
Oh wow!
Yeah, exactly. And she went to him. We're shooting the video. She saw Riddler dancing. She said, "I'm gonna whine on you," and she danced up to him and gave him a whine.
That's fire. I said it just like that too. Her accent. Her accent. She got that accent, man. All right. Oh, Hot and Her. I mean, that's you and Nelly have some classics. Any?
Yeah, we did a lot of
record?
work together. I mean, there was actually that was another. They did a Hot in Here, and let's just say that Hot in Here wasn't leaning in Nelly's preference area.
Okay.
Didn't resonate with his nature. You understand?
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They called me and said, "X, I need something that speaks to Nelly's true character."
Okay.
And we made a completely irresponsible, overly sexualized.
Hey, I mean Nelly. And I think people sometimes forget how big Nelly was. Like he was like. There's that line. Actually, I think it might be an Excuse Me Miss, but where Jay-Z's like only niggas moving units is what's it, M Pimp Juice and Us. M Pimp Juice and Us. Nellyville went diamond. I mean, not Country Grammar went like diamond.
No, he's being clear. Eminem, Nelly, Jay-Z.
Only people.
The only people selling actual hard copies of their music is Eminem, Jay-Z, and Nelly. And Nelly, and this is Jay-Z saying it. Nelly was a fucking force, bro.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think like Country Grammar went diamond. Like Avril Lavigne goes diamond. You know what I mean? Like you're talking about like that's insane.
It's insane.
Oh, okay. Hotline Bling. I mean, that. And you think about, obviously you and Drake have a crazy relationship, but like that, it was a moment that, I mean, Donald Trump did the Hotline Bling dance when he did SNL. Like that, Hotline Bling.
Yeah, bro. Hotline. I got Donald Trump doing a Hotline Bling parody.
Okay, what was that like? Like the concept, I know Drake. He's very creative. He's written treatments sometimes for his videos. But what was that concept?
He didn't write the treatment. That was one where they called me up. Like Oliver hit me and was like, "Normally we come up with our own ideas, but this time we want you to come up with the idea. But we really like Give Me the Light." That was essentially the conversation.
And you just came up with this like red hue. Like what goes on? I mean, I'm creative. I'm a writer.
So there's different parts of me, right? There's my narrative side, my You Got It Bad, my Shake It Fast, my narrative-driven filmmaker side. There's a story being told. Then there's my visual fashion photography side, where we're going to build beautiful sets, we're going to take beautiful pictures, and we're going to sing songs. And that's what Hotline Bling is really a part of.
That was amazing. Anything did you know when you made it, like, oh, this is gonna have I think it has 1 billion views on YouTube. Like, did you know, like, oh, this is gonna.
I remember saying to Drake, I think people are gonna like it. I mean, I knew that the hip hop audience would feel this, right?
Right.
But stories on CNN, Donald Trump, let's remember. Pre-President Donald Trump was still a big deal.
Yeah, of course, candidate. Oh, by the way, I said it has 1 billion views. I'm sorry, 1.9 billion views on YouTube. My bad. So 1.9, like crazy. The stairs. And that's crazy. So you just heard, okay, Give Me the Light.
James Terrell. It was inspired by the work of James Terrell. We sampled James Terrell because this is hip hop,
right?
But
that's super dope.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Okay. Oh, HYFR. I remember, this is like me in college listening to Take Care. That was one of the standouts. You guys did the bar mitzvah thing. Well, so what's any memory? That looked really fun. I mean, I can imagine y'all must have had a great time doing that.
Amazing. Actually, the best footage, because we shot that on film. We ran out of film just as remember something. When you do a hip hop video, and you want extras, there's you hire black, Latino kids, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They've been to a bunch of videos. They've done this before. We needed white Jewish kids. So this is the first and last time they're probably getting called to be in a music video.
And this is in Toronto or where?
Huh?
Was this in Toronto?
Miami.
Miami.
Okay. In Miami, they've got a lot of Jewish people. So we need white.
I didn't know that.
It's a bar mitzvah video.
Nah.
Well, Miami, be clear. Miami,
yeah, I know. Miami. Boca Raton.
They're in it. They're in it.
Yeah.
So we got how many times do you think the white Jewish community has a casting call for a Drake Lil Wayne video in the concept of the bar mitzvah?
One.
Right now, there's some kid saying, I got the call to go to the bar mitzvah video with Drake and I didn't go, and it's my biggest regret.
Yeah, you guys had a lot of extras.
For real. At one point, we're shooting it, and like Lil Wayne is here, and then the people are there, and they'd say, fuck it.
Right.
We're living life. And they just, them kids just get in the shot, and they go crazy. We ran out of film.
Oh, that's the worst. See,
the craziest moment in that video was not captured on film.
Okay, I don't understand why people don't do more digital, but maybe you can. I mean, maybe I'm sure there's a very good reason. But
this is before digital. This is okay. It's the beginning of digital. Digital wasn't what it was now.
Okay, all right. Wait, did you do Falling Back?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, I got beef with Wikipedia because they are leaving things out. Okay, a quick thing from Falling Back. I mean, Drake proposing to what, like 33, whatever, however many women. 20. Oh, and that was also
proposing 24 women.
And that was when no one knew. There were rumors, but no one knew that Honestly Nevermind was coming out, and people definitely didn't know it was going to be what it was, right? So, I mean, you guys probably had to keep that pretty quiet in Toronto. How did you keep that quiet, but simultaneously have?
It wasn't that deep. I mean, no one knows what the fuck. We're just doing what the fuck we're doing. You know what I mean? But it was fun. I remember coming up with that. We're at Drake's house. He's having a party. Him and his boys. We're smoking hookah. We're drinking. And what if I marry all my tings? And then we knew we.
that was Drake's concept.
Yeah,
I'm shocked.
It's you got to go through the process, bro. Sometimes you just need your homeboy there to fucking bounce ideas off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's hilarious. I could definitely see that. See that happening. All right. Gosh. Okay. Okay, again, this is how you just span so many eras. I'll Be That, like Redman, I'll Be That. Like, who was doing Ariana Grande, but then Redman, but then Hotline? Like, okay, what was that like? Like Redman's obviously.
I'll Be That was, that was like 99. I remember walking around Tribeca before gentrification, which was a different world. I mean, remember, white people are getting gentrified too. Everyone's getting gentrified, but right. Just listening to the music and coming up with this idea about what if it was like changing channels on a TV show. And Red's album is actually like a radio station changing channels. So just, some cosmic alignment. My career has really shown me that God is real. There are some cosmic alignment. There's some cosmic alignments that are unexplainable beyond that.
Damn, that's dope. Okay, I'm Still in Love with You. I mean, that's a classic song.
I'm Still in Love with You.
To do a Director X video. Yeah,
what artist is I'm Still in Love?
Sean Paul.
With, I've been doing so many I've forgotten.
In love. I can't sing. Sasha. Yeah, it was yeah.
Like I literally.
I'm guessing you did that. I'm guessing.
I know I did it. But I had a moment like I didn't remember I did it.
This is like when Wayne forgets his own lyrics. People are like, yo, like what when you said this lyric, and Wayne was like, oh, that was me, because he's that prolific.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, another Toronto video, a little bit more of a story. Shot that in Government Nightclub. Shout out Toronto Government. Government Nightclub. You're a real one, or you're just old.
Okay, King Kunta.
King Kunta was another one. We shot that in Compton. That was a lot of fun. That was like documenting that was like the last thing to be shot at the Compton swap meet.
Oh wow.
I remember scouting the location and Dave Free be like, "Yo, X, you out here like that?" Like, I'm like, what? He's like, "Yo, you just out here?" Bro, I just went to the grocery store. Like, Compton is a different kind of place. But I do remember that when the sun went down, the shit got real. The moment nighttime hit, the police were like, "Okay,
I gotta go.
You're done."
Wow. Well, that's before LA went crazy after COVID with all the crime. So that I guess that's good.
COVID really fucked up. A lot of places were getting much better with their crime, and then COVID happened. And
it unraveled. Okay. Oh, life is good. I mean, talk about COVID, right? That was like the last sort of big pre-COVID sort of moment, almost, right? That video.
That was great. It was a lot of fun. That's a full-on Drake treatment right there. Down to me being in the video, like me being in the video is written in the treatment.
He's got that comedy, like that comedic timing.
He's terrific with comedy.
I mean, yeah, when he hosted I remember when Steph Curry hosted the ESPYs, I was like, I guess it's not all light-skinned people can host the ESPYs because Drake did a better job. No offense.
No, bro, those guys have dedicated their lives to physical prowess. Drake has dedicated his life to words and punchlines. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Also, somehow, Life is Good has 2 billion views, which is more than Hotline Bling, which I think, you think of Drake, Hotline Bling is one of, the mega hits you think of, but yeah, Life is Good is also insanely up there.
Yeah, Nami Graminated.
Yeah, Grammy. Oh my, wait, hold on. The new workout plan?
Yeah.
With Nia Long and shout out Tracy. Obviously, I worked with Tracy on Blackish.
Nia Long got a workout.
Wait, no, sorry, not Nia Long. Wait, no, sorry, never mind. I'm thinking about, my bad. I'm thinking about Touch the Sky. That's a different video. But new workout plan. Is Anna Nicole Smith in that?
Yes.
Okay, what was that like? She's obviously, an icon.
Quite an interesting character. She was definitely an interesting character.
Okay, all right. Well, and working with Ye before, in that moment, because he's actually the creative, genius himself.
Yeah, he was always above. But you know what? I'll give him. I remember him calling me, like he had this idea, he wanted to do it, and then I'm sure someone told him about the money, and he called me about the money, and I told him cheap, fast, good, pick 2. And he said, "Great, man, I'm spending the money."
And he's always kind of done that. He's always been like, there's stories of him spending so much of his own money just on his creative things.
Who knows? But I remember it clearly. Called me up because someone said it's costing too much, and he called me up to complain about kind of, hey, the money, cheap, fast, good, pick 2. He picked good and fast.
That's a gem right there. Okay, no lie. What was that like?
I remember getting paint on fucking 2 Chainz fucking fancy coat. We were really pouring paint. We were really pouring paint.
Okay, that's hilarious. All right,
we booked that job in like less than 2 days.
Oh,
less than 48 hours. We concepted and shot that video.
Oh wow. Where was that? In Atlanta or Toronto?
In LA. And I was in Toronto at the time. Bro, I come from real get it done fucking filmmaking, eh?
Yeah, that's real. No Mediocre. I mean, that's not as big of a hit, but like T.I. obviously is like T.I. like
I got to be in the favelas of Brazil. Incredible experience.
Oh wow, I know you could try that in Brazil. That's dope. One Wish. Ray J. I think Ray J, yeah.
You know what I remember? Ray J was driving a 300 Chrysler, and his stylist was driving a Range Rover. I'm like, and his stylist was like really sexy.
At least he didn't have the 300 Chrysler where people put the B, like, because you see that in LA sometimes.
You understand what I'm saying? Can you know who his stylist was?
Wait, who was the stylist? I don't know. This is out of my depth. I'll have to look it up.
Well, you don't remember Kim Kardashian's first business?
Oh, wait, that was Kim. I didn't. No, that was before me. I never watched. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, she's a stylist. I'm like, why is his stylist driving a Range Rover?
That was also his girl. Was she his stylist before his girl?
And his stylist.
Oh, okay. Well,
That was his
that
woman.
makes sense. So shout out to Kim. Okay.
Shout out-
Oprah's bank account, Yachty, the baby. Oh, that was a talk about a concept video, right? That was a concept.
That's the baby. Not the
Yeah,
baby, sorry. That's
Yachty.
Yachty. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now people are really realizing Yachty's a different cat. He's really something
yeah.
special.
Atlanta.
No, Toronto.
Okay, wait.
Toronto, Atlanta.
Okay. Peaches and cream. I mean, wait. Some of these are just insane. You did peaches. You did peaches and cream. That's not a mistake.
Peaches and cream.
That
Yep.
is a that is a
Claudio Miranda once again, big sets.
that's a legendary song.
Yeah.
Legendary song. We need the X documentary. This isn't like I made this list. But I'm going through this list. I'm still just like, wait, what?
No,
All right,
no
so
one needs an X documentary. No one cares that much.
all right. I don't know. Pimping all over the world.
South Africa.
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
Another
Yeah.
great-
Okay. I'm gonna skip players only for obvious reasons. Pondy replay. Oh yeah, Pondy replay Riddlers.
The Riddler
Okay.
story, yeah.
Okay, pop star. How did y'all come up with that idea? I mean, obviously, it was COVID. Drake's in Toronto. You're just like, yo, we'll just have
Great.
Bieber do it.
I mean, they wanted to make that video so much earlier, and it took Jacob like a month to come up with it. It was a long time before I got the call. Like, I have the idea.
Okay. Yeah, Drake's ideas are so. Yeah,
Well, he'll take time to come up with a good idea.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing, as far as their longevity, like Drake, Future, Oliver, all Future the Prince, like they really seem to take care with things.
Exactly, take care. No pun. The key there is that fuck your deadline. Everyone else, we've got to do this, and then Friday, and the thing, and the date, and the thing you know what I'm saying? Your creativity and Drake, fuck that. I don't care if I said Monday. next Friday. Now I have it.
Mm.
Fuck your deadline. Creativity over deadlines, which is why everyone else loses. They put the deadline above the fucking creativity, and that's why they're fucking whatever the fuck they are. They're not Drake. And Drake puts the creativity above the deadline. And the moment these corporations and these people realize that, their lives will change. Fuck your deadline.
Oh, shout out Drake. Shout out Drake. Okay, Promiscuous. But I mean, you've worked with just everybody. Any memory?
Yeah, not my favorite, but I love Nelly. I love Nelly.
Toronto legend. Okay, well, okay. I'm gonna mention these only because it's like a feather in your hat, but we can skip this for the reason. Same girl, Shake Your Ass. We've already pretty much. We've pretty much covered. But I mean, the Masquerade Ball, I guess New Orleans, that whole culture, Mardi Gras, like, who was that? Your concept?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh wow.
Deadline.
You're not even from New Orleans. You're not even from. Again, that is like I vividly, and it's dope that we got to connect because I remember being in my apartment in Southwest Houston, watching these videos, like hoping my mom doesn't enter the room, just like looking back from the, just feeling sensations that I was not, accustomed to. You did Snake. We'll skip that. Start from the bottom. What? That was Drake's not my absolute favorite Drake single. But
I think for me, Start from the Bottom was when them guys were really. It felt like they were really pushing. Like, we got to make this something impactful. So
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Another Toronto joint.
Yeah, the white Bentley. I remember. Step in. Okay, yeah, something was good. Oh, Temperature. I feel like people always remember Get Busy, Give Me the Light, but Temperature is also part of that run.
Temperature is a big part of that run. Again, another part of my graphic design shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, we're in the teas. We're almost to the. Yeah, you did. No, let's go down. Thong Song, that was a remix. Oh, Turn Me On, Kevin. That's Turn Me On will get a party lit today.
This is the disconnect about record labels. We shot Turn Me On. Kevin Little is a little island man. The smaller island. It's not Jamaica.
Yeah.
So I decided to make them a carnival video about carnival. And the management was complaining, and all these people were complaining about this and that. And honestly, there's something to be said about being disrespectful, about getting a deal, about looking a gift horse in the mouth. And the label got it. Atlantic didn't know a fucking thing about West Indian music. In fact, they got into it, island music, because of Give Me the Light.
Oh yeah, I mean
So
that makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, they got into so they signed Sean Paul because they found him on 106 in Park. They found him on 106 in Park because I put him there, right? And then now I'm having a conversation with these people like they know something about this culture that's in my blood. That's in my blood. So they got this video. They're like, oh, we don't like it. They reshot it in Jamaica. And I don't know if you know anything about soca music and calypso and reggae music in Jamaica and the smaller islands, but you don't shoot a soca video in fucking Jamaica.
Didn't know that.
That's not where you do that. That's not to an island person. They understand what I'm saying right now. They would have shot
Where do you
Kevin
shoot
Little
it?
in Jamaica.
Where
shot
would you
in
shoot
Toronto. I shot it in Toronto,
it?
the same place that blew up Sean Paul. So they shoot the video. Shout out to Butterman. They go to MTV with 2 videos, and they see Butterman's another West Indian. And Butterman looks at him and goes, "What are you talking about? The Caribbean? The carnival culture is what this is. Get the fuck out of here with these people running around Jamaica." And they put the video in that, like you said, you asked me, you're like, oh, this Kevin Little video. We're having a conversation 20 years later about it because Butterman is a West Indian. He said, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Because a bunch of fucking white people tried to tell me about West Indian culture and don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
I mean, that happens. That's crazy.
Yeah, praise the Lord that we had a West Indian in the right place. So, hey, diversity.
Yeah, it's all about, people being in the right rooms. All right, and we're getting to the, okay, Turn Me On, that crazy song, still sets a party off today. You and that's E40. I mean, the E40 is a Bay legend. There's E40 and, what's it called? That was outside. I remember like cars and stuff.
Yeah, we shot that actually inside. But I gotta jump up for the next thing.
All right. Well, I'll say the other ones that you did before you had what's it called? You Don't Have to Call. You Got a Bad. Wait, the Whisper song. Obviously, Wait for You. What's My Name? DMX. When are you gonna give it up to me?
Yeah.
Where I Want to Be? Donnell Jones. Work, Worst Behavior, and yeah. So we'll catch up on those at another time. But just to have the background on some of those stories, and also another time we'll get into your crazy come up from Toronto. But I appreciate the time, man. You are a true legend. I hope. I want everybody to get their flowers. You are like legendary for real. That's a crazy list. Apple Essentials needs to have a Director X Essentials playlist just off of that. But all right, man, I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Yeah, we need to do one of these blogs just hanging out for real, like in the same room.
Yeah, we will. Next time. All right.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Peace.
My brother, bless.